Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the number one sports show. I'm doing my best, Paul Virzi. The Anything Better podcast with me, Bill Burr, Jake the Snake, Andrew Themelis, and unfortunately, Paul Virzi has morning sickness. No, from all those years of the Knicks fucking him. No, Paul Virzi is sick this week. Whatever. I don't know what. If he had what I had it a few weeks ago, about a month ago, this stomach flu that was just, it was epic. Anyway, but he's not going to be here this week, so you're going to have to deal with me. I'll try to talk to the other people as much as possible so you're not annoyed. Anyways, let's talk about BetMGM with the best betting lines in the business. Bet $5. You get $158 instantly. There's a fucking algorithm. Why not 155 or 160? $158 instantly. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile application for at least $5, and you will receive 158 threading the needle instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager's outcome. How to get this offer? What you have to do is download the BetMGM Sportsbook app on iOS or Android. Or visit betmgm.com, sign up and deposit at least $5 into your newly credited account. Place a wager in the amount of at least $5 at standard odds price. Once you have placed a bet, you will receive $158, not $57, not $59, $158 in bonus bets, regardless of the outcome of your wager. All right, let's get to it here. I'm here with Jake the Snake and Andrew Themelis. All right, here we go. Before we get started, dude, I just had the dumbest fucking argument with my beautiful wife. Dude, I swear to God, she knows every single restaurant, every coffee shop. She knows every fucking, it's literally, there's no way to surprise her. She goes online. Oh, I went online and I looked at the menu. Like, there's always something of, I've already been here. So for fucking 20 years, I've been trying to surprise her. All right? So I find this fucking coffee shop, right? Super, like, cute place where you can bring your wife or your girlfriend. You know, they got quiche and all those stupid little fucking muffins and a bunch of different drinks. It's a nice place. It's a little upstairs thing, right? So I tell her, you know, drop the kids off at school. I tell her, okay, I'm going to take you to this coffee shop. And the whole way over, she's like, you going here? Are we going to this place? It's just like, will you stop it? Just let me fucking do this. So we pull into the place and I'm like wincing, knowing somehow she's already been here with the girlfriend or they had a mommy meeting there or something. And I pull in, she's like, what is this place? I didn't know about this place. And I'm like, yes, fucking did it. Okay, first thing we do, we get out of the car. And they have like a front door, but you can't go in it. You got to go in the side door. And the first thing we walk through the house, she's like, honey, I think we're supposed to, she's already telling me how to go into the fucking place that I've already been to. And I'm like, no, you got to go around the side. I just shoot her a look and she starts laughing. She starts laughing because this is what she does. So we go in there and she's like, oh my God. Like exactly what I wanted. This place is so cute. And all of this shit. And then you know what? You know what, Jake and Andrew? She finds out the name of the place. You know, McGillicuddy's or whatever. She's like, McGillicuddy's. Wait a minute. Is this the McGillicuddy's from downtown? And I'm going, oh, fuck. And then she goes up there and has to ask him. And then she comes back. It is. They just moved. I was so fucking... like, just heartbroken.
You're going to need to,
just like, there you go. All right. So you haven't been here, but you've been here. And and then all of a sudden, I was being a dick. And she said, what? I'm just curious. No, it's just, dude, 20 years. Any gift I give her, I know what this is. Can you imagine if I did that? It's a cigar holder. They would fucking cry.
You're going to need to like sketch.
They would literally fucking cry. She does it to me it's literally Charlie Brown trying to kick the fucking football. And I just said to her today, I go, I am fucking done. I'm taking you to McDonald's. from here on out. You want to go to a fucking place, you pick the place where you already know, you've already been there, you already know the fucking menu. I am done. And then, the whole rest of me is she's like, I'm the dick.
Mm.
Yeah, you're gonna need to like create, like, start a business from scratch. So it's like one of those shows where they surprise people.
Some douche on Instagram would be like, "What is this?" And they would film it, and she would somehow see it.
Yeah.
You know what the greatest part about all of this? At the end of all of this, I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you know everything. I should have I should have realized that. Oh my God. It's amazing how they know everything, but it's just like, can you apply that to picking these fucking playoff games for this fucking week? I would love it. Although I think we did pretty good last week.
Yeah, hit the Monday night special.
Yep. We hit the Monday night special. Paul Virzi from Beyond the Puking Grave is very excited for all of you guys. We did. We hit the Monday night special. It's our second one this year. Even with all the new restrictions. I'm not going to keep using that as an excuse. Let's just talk about last week's playoffs. I don't know. I didn't see anything. The Texans just beating the shit out of the Browns. I don't know what to do with that game. Jake, what do I do with that? Do I just sit there and say the Browns were just not up for the fucking challenge? Or am I really, because the trap game, I feel like this week is the way the Texans played last week. And for some reason are 9.5 point underdogs. They're just dangling that carrot. Come on, man. Jump on the line. And I'm supposed to be like, dude, they fucking totally dominated the Cleveland Browns. And now they're getting 9.5. Dude, it's a fucking lock. I don't like that.
I completely agree. And also I think Flacco kind of just like the clock ran out. He threw 2 pick sixes in the second half back to back, and the game kind of just got out of hand. But Houston, Stroud is super impressive as well. So there's a lot to like about Houston.
Did they cover 9.5 though?
It's a big number. They could easily backdoor cover it, like I was telling Andrew. But
oh God,
yeah, I think
I haven't had a backdoor cover this whole fucking year. If I take the underdog, they just lose. If I take the favorite, sometimes I win. But that backdoor cover, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I get bit a lot by that. But let's talk about all these games here before we pick the fucking Eagles.
What'd you think of Dallas getting blown out as well?
Did they? They kind of got blown out in the first half and then played with them for the rest of the game. And I feel like that's what nobody's talking about. For as much as they got blown out, they let up 400 yards passing, and everybody's trying to tell me that was garbage time. I don't think the third quarter, the end of the second quarter into the third quarter was garbage time. I'll give you some of the fourth quarter where they probably started pulling some people out. But like at the end of the day, they were up 27-0. They only won by 16. They let up 400 fucking yards. I am a big fan of Jordan Love, big fan of their offense and all of that type of stuff. But that secondary, I wasn't too impressed with. Did they just decide to stop trying? We're up 27. We can chill. So I don't find that victory over Dallas as impressive. I don't look at them like, they're going to go in and be these world beaters, and they're getting 9.5. Against the 49ers. I fucking hate this week. And then you had the Eagles, dude. Mercifully ripping the Band-Aid off and just getting out of the playoffs. Then I love how they Nick Sirianni's on the fucking hot seat. It's like they took his offensive and defensive coordinator. This is what happens when you go to a Super Bowl. I still believe in that guy, and he's a fun guy to have. Just emotionally volatile. It was just like, oh my God, people are having a ball with him. See ya! All that dumb shit he was doing. And then people had the meme, am I getting fired this week? And they had that stupid nod that he did. When he does that nod, what I don't like about the nod is he looks dumb.
It's so crazy.
But I know he isn't. I don't think it's what do you think happened down there? Somebody must have gotten hurt. I don't know. Somebody's trying to say, oh, you played They lost to somebody and they tried to say that they exposed him. I love when they say that. They exposed like my team figured you out, like the 49ers or something. I don't know. But I don't think that they're gonna get rid of that guy. Although I will say next year he does need to win early and often. And I almost think he needs to win 2 playoff games next year. How brutal a job is that?
Right. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, it's not as hard as trying to surprise my wife with a new fucking restaurant, but I mean, it's definitely up there.
I mean, he made the Super Bowl and he still won 11 games this year. It's not like they didn't have a decent season, until the end there, but they still beat the Chiefs and the Dolphins and the Cowboys. Well,
all right. So segue. No,
they did, but then they just something happened. I think Jalen Hurts was hurt. They didn't have their number 1 receiver. I think there was something beyond that. And then everybody just looks at, I just love how Sirianni was on Inside the NFL and they were just talking about him like, dude, you're the new fucking genius. Like, what are you doing here? And then a month later, it's like, Nicky's on the hot seat.
It's so quick to fire these guys. It's crazy.
I can't imagine how. Well, what do you think about the Cowboys are going to stick with Mike McCarthy?
That's crazy.
I was going to ask you.
That's absolutely crazy. That's crazy.
I don't think Jerry Jones is a good owner. I just think he's an owner with a lot of money. He's got a lot of money, and he built this big. He treats the Dallas Cowboy fans like his side piece. Like how those French kings back in the day, they'd have a side piece and they'd literally build a castle for her just to shut her up. I feel like that's what he did with that stadium. Like, look how big it is. This is the biggest goddamn bathroom in all football. We got the biggest fucking TV. And we got the biggest dome. Look, this fucking place is big. It's bigger than anybody's shit. And then meanwhile, the Cowboys don't win anything. But they can be proud of their stadium or something. Like, I don't think... I remember I took a tour of it, and they said how Jerry had an express elevator from his suite to get down to the field as soon as possible because he wants to be all up in it when they win. He has that Steinbrenner thing. I never liked owners like that where when the team's losing, they publicly have to issue a statement. What did Jerry say after that loss that was informative? That disappointing loss, he had to go on camera and inform all of us that he was indeed upset with that disappointed. It's thanks, Jerry. I didn't think you were fucking doing cartwheels. And I don't know. I look at trashing coaches, trashing other comedians publicly. It's just not something I would do. You know what I mean? So it's a brutal job. It's a tough fucking job. I don't know. I mean, when you're down 27-0, all right, and some of the sloppy tackling and shit like that, it's is Mike McCarthy supposed to put a fucking helmet on too? I don't know. I was surprised. I thought that they were going to, make a move. So I would have loved to have been in Dallas when they said that they were keeping him and just put on sports talk radio just to hear all these people. I mean, what the fuck are we doing?
I mean, they spent a lot of time hating him as the coach of the Packers. Not that they were I mean, for a stretch, obviously they were winning most of the games, but yeah, I mean, then they're like, all right, fine, we'll get him. Maybe here's where it'll work. And then they're like, oh, look, he's doing what he did with the Packers. So that's why there's didn't
he coach one with Aaron and get one? Didn't he get one?
The one, yeah.
He did. But that was so long ago.
How many people get that?
No, I know. That was me.
You only have one Oscar.
I know. Bayless over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised at that. I wasn't surprised that the Eagles are sticking with Sirianni. That would have been stupid to fire him.
I agree. But on paper,
I don't know. But I really feel like the off-season chatter is going to be all of these coaches. That was a big deal. All the people.
Belichick would have been great for the Cowboys on paper. They have a good defense and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it never worked with Jerry Jones, but if he took that out of the equation, that would have been the perfect place for him. But I think Jerry Jones wants a coach he can control, to your point.
Yeah. And
when is he going to let go of that?
Yeah.
He he fucked it up with Jimmy Johnson.
When did Al Davis get rid of that? You die.
Right. Well, Al Davis, I don't think he was overly, but he was another guy.
Different. He was different.
Yeah, he was like the Flyers. He had this formula and it worked, and then he just never wavered from it, even when it wasn't. Philadelphia Flyers, like, we beat the fuck out of the whole league and won 2 in a row. Let's keep doing. They did that for like 40 years, and like, all right, maybe it's time to switch it up. Let's try to get some goal scorers in here. Maybe try to do a little finesse thing. Oh my God, I just got to. Text message from my wife. I'll smooth that over, guys. I will smooth that over until she sees this podcast. Whatever. It's just frustration. Okay, here we go. Let's get into these games, gentlemen. Texans. This is so weird without Paul Virzi. This is like, the starting quarterback is like down, and I'm coming in off the bench. Texans plus 9.5 at the Ravens minus 9.5. The obvious pick here is the way that the Texans absolutely dominated last week, and the way that they've played all year is to take 9.5 points. But I just feel like, I don't know. It's like, does Vegas know something, or is this just a way to get money on both sides of the ball because everyone's going to take the Ravens?
I think
could just be a point
thing.
I mean, Ravens. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
This is a coin flip to me.
I just think everyone's going to take the Texans, actually. To your point, you talked about it earlier. Everyone's going to be all excited about Stroud and how they blew out Cleveland. And they think, oh, this will be a good game. But, I think, I just feel like that.
Are they still too young or whatever? Is this going to happen with experience? Everybody's healthy on the Ravens?
Yeah, everybody's healthy. They thought they were going to get somebody back, but he's not coming back. But they haven't had him all year. But for the most part, all the teams are healthy. The only team with injury concerns, we'll talk about it later, is the Bills. All
right, then I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'm not. That feels like a sucker bet to take the Texans plus 9.5, and I also feel stupid to be laying 9.5 in the fucking playoffs. But I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens on that. And we have Paul Virzi's picks, right? Who did Paul take?
Paul took the Texans.
He did. All right. And, look, who's better at picking games? Paul or me? We both know either Paul. Way. All right. Packers plus 9.5 at the 49ers minus 9.5. Jesus Christ. 9.5. I just feel like this is going to be big boy football. They're not ready for it yet. 49ers have too many weapons. I know last week was an impressive win, but I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys, their problem is ownership. And the level of control that he wants, and then what he does to whoever is trying to coach his team. So I think the 49ers cover 9.5. Jesus Christ, I'm laying 19 points after 2 games. What did Virzi take?
He took the Packers. He said that.
Wow, he really believes in these people, huh?
I don't know what the difference, like if it was Packers 7.5, people still would take, I don't know. It's a weird number. I don't know what they're trying to do, if they're trying to get people off the Packers or on the Packers.
So this is what's happening. Paul is basically believing what he saw last week. And I am not, because what I saw last week, I didn't see anybody that I thought was going to make it, like, without a doubt, they're going to the Super Bowl. Granted, I didn't watch that stupid. How funny was the way they sold that pay-per-view playoff? This is one of my favorite things. Become part of history. I was joking on Monday Morning Paul. I'll never forget where I was when I ordered that playoff game that was always free. Dude, they're going to work their way to a pay-per-view Super Bowl. That's what they want, the advertising money or the licensing, and then they want everyone at home. What if it's like they all bought tickets? We'll charge $5, $6 1 billion people watch. Even if there's 4 people per household, we're still going to clear an extra $1 billion. And then imagine how big our yachts and whores and cocaine could be. It's so fucking gross. I will slowly back away. You know what I'll do? If they do that, I'm just going to wait 10, 14 days and I'll watch the Super Bowl for free on the fucking NFL network. They'll end up puking it back out the other side. They won't care. All right. Baker Mayfield, just a good old boy. Getting 6.5 at the Lions, -6.5. I'm telling you, I'm Billy favorites. I'm Billy favorites this week. I'm leaning towards the Lions. Somebody knock me off this.
You're going away from your guy Baker?
I don't think
He's
so.
so close.
I know. You know what? Yeah, fuck that. You're right. Where's my sense of adventure? I feel like I'm going to be 0-3 with this pick, but I'm going to go.
No, I was saying to Jake before we started, I was like, well, an underdog is going to win. I mean, maybe, likely, right? And it's like, all right, well, who's it going to be? And that's why
that's a great call. That's a great call.
Somebody. It's not going to be all favorites, most likely.
And I don't look at the Chiefs and Bills even at 2.5 like that. That's a pick 'em. That's a good point. Oh, I can be swayed in 2 seconds.
Somebody's got to win, Bill. Somebody's got to win.
6.5. I'll take some points. The Buccaneers.
They could cover that number, I think.
You know how they say the Eagles got exposed? I feel like I'm getting exposed without having Paul Virzi here. Who did Paul take?
Listen, Paul's not seeing that the way you're seeing it. He took the Lions.
This is amazing. Oh, my God, dude. Right now, we're both – well, I can't say 3-0, 0-3. They're whatever. We have the exact opposite: 2-1-2, 2-1. However, this is going to work out. All right. Then the final one, the Monday night game, the Chiefs versus the Bills in Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills, for the love of fucking God, they finally. Because I was rooting for them this year, and then once they started shitting the bed, I was just like, oh, this is what it feels like to be a Bills fan? I've been here before back in the day. This is the way it used to be being a Patriots fan. Well, kind of just now again. I don't need this shit. So I kind of like backed off like it was just they were just playing annoying football.
Jake, who do you have?
You know what? You know what, dude? You know what? I love the Bills and I want them to win, but this is about money. Okay? And until the fucking Bills prove their entire history wrong, I mean, I have to go with the Chiefs. I have to go with Patrick Mahomes. I almost said Andre Reed. Andy Reid and Kelsey and those guys. Listen, who gives a fuck? This is the deal. My money, I'm going to bet the Chiefs. My hat, I'm rooting for the Bills. So I'm going with the Chiefs plus 2.5. Paul Virzi. What do you take?
What's Virzi got?
Virzi actually picked the Bills.
He did. Wow.
Head-to-head on every game. Has that ever happened before?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This is good, though. So this is good. Replacing Paul Virzi, this is going to be like a definitive. Like, unless you know what sucks if we both go 2-2. This is what I want. I want a 4-0 or 0-4. Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah. Like when you fill out those surveys, they want that strongly disagree, strongly agree. You're looking for a very clear. This is literally like blue state, red state. How much differently they think. Okay. The leaf blower guys here. It's crazy. We're good.
No. I'm good. So let's do the Monday night special. I need Paul Virzi on this one because I feel like last week we won because of him.
He didn't offer up anything on that. Just
he did
the weekly picks. Yeah. So
dude, he offered up his inside since he was puking through all of this. When he told me, he goes, "Guys, I can't do the podcast. I've been puking all night." And I wrote to him. I go, "Oh, did you watch the Knicks last night?" Yeah. And even in the midst, this is how diehard he is. Even in the midst of being that sick, he still had the energy to text. They've won 7 of their last 10.
When I read the text, I didn't even know he was puking yet because I thought it was just Nick's talk. I had to scroll up to realize he even said he puked.
No. Listen, if you don't like Paul Virzi, you don't like America or Sicily or Greece. The man is just simply an ambassador of positivity and support. That's why this show works. There's the balance. I'm the curmudgeon. All right, so let's do Chiefs Bills. Well, I don't like this because he picked the Bills, so I don't know what he would think about the special, but we're gonna have to go with this. I like.
He often goes against his weekly pick for the Monday night special if he feels like it's a good overall play. So,
all right,
and
let's
you guys
go easy here.
On that each week.
Mahomes and Allen are both going to throw one. What's the over/under?
45.5.
I like the under because last time they played, they had that circus of a game, and I just think everybody's.
I'm sorry, it's just supposed to be cold there. It's just supposed to be cold in Buffalo. That's all. So that helps.
Global warming, am I right? Thank you, Joe Biden.
Probably still shoveling too.
And that kind of sucks they didn't play the game.
How funny would that have been?
Yeah, just running the ball the whole time. Remember those games when they would just play him and they would throw the ball and it would just get like a train came by and hit it.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Josh Allen Myers to throw one. I got Patrick Mahomes to throw one. And I got the under. Is that good enough for a special?
Yeah, that works.
All right, here's my prediction. I go 0-4, but I hit the Monday night special. I redeem myself at the last second.
I love it.
What happened to me?
The song.
Oh, Billy Favorites. I used to always take Paul. I used to beat Paul. Of course, when we didn't televise this, I beat him every year because Paul he didn't give a fuck what the line was. It's going to be a bloodbath. And I used to always take the underdogs and they would cover. You know, I mean, I didn't beat him by a bunch of games, but I would beat him. And he goes, you always fucking get me with this. And I just finally told him, I was like, Paul, you got to stop jumping on these giant lines. This is how much he's honed his game. He used to go hard the first week of college football. You lost all those seniors. You had no idea who anybody was. But I think he's proven over the years. Paul Virzi is Mr. October. Mm-hmm. The bookie does not want to pick up the phone when Paul Virzi's number shows up in October. That guy, what was his record in October, dude? It was fucking insane. It was like 14-2, 13-3 or something. You don't have to look the stat up. He crushed it. We all know he crushed it. All right. Well, that has been the special, not the special. This has been the Anything Better podcast for the first time ever. Lou Gehrig sits out a game. I consider myself the luckiest gambler in the world. Thank you so much for watching. And how about Jake the Snake's playoff beard? I mean, he looks like that guy, that gamer that comes in off the bench. Who is this guy? Changing the play at the line, stomping his foot like fucking, what's his face there? What's that? Peyton Manning going up top. We added a show, quick promotion here, in Phoenix on February 28th. We added another show. I'm going to have a great time out there. Maybe go golfing. I got a skins game coming up. Guys, me and Paul Virzi versus Vinnie Mark. Vinnie Mark, the fucking pool shark with a golf club in his hand. He's going to try to take us for a bunch of money. So what I'm going to try to do is get a high handicap and then take lessons between now and May. Try not to putt past the hole and fucking 5-putt. Anyways, I am, dude, I hit the clubs all this week. All right. And I got this whole new 20 fucking minutes. And it has been absolutely murdering. I've been talking about the Epstein list and all of that, and I am so excited to get out there. And I'm literally, usually when a break is coming to an end, I get sad that I have to go out on the road again, and I'm not. I'm like, I feel like I took some roids, like you want to go run through a fucking wall and see how real this is, right? Capture it one last time. No, am I the only guy out there? All right, and then Paul Virzi is going to be in Point Pleasant, New Jersey on January 26th.
Yep.
He's gonna have a flat stomach too with all this puking, man. He's gonna be ready for the red carpet. All right, old Paul the Puker will be on next week. We went exact opposite. So there should be a bunch of people out there either saying, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and Virzi does, or vice versa. That's it, everybody. I appreciate you sticking with us. Without the man, the star of the show, the man who beats the book because he can sleep with his picks, Paul Virzi. That's it, everybody. Enjoy the playoff football. I got to go apologize to my wife. All right, guys, I'll see you.